Level up your listening with Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra earbuds and headphones. With immersive sound and world-class noise cancellation for a not-so-silent night. Visit Bose.com/Spotify to shop sound that's more than a present.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I don't think I've talked on this before, but for those that are not a sneakerhead, I'm going to be telling y'all about something that is very well known in the sneaker community. With me, at least, I guess if it happens, like, I ain't got no control over it. Like, I don't try to stop it or prevent it. Like, here's the thing. When I got into sneakers, I was working downtown Seattle. So there would be at times where I would see my bus, and I'm having to run for this bus. Like, I just posted a meme about this saying, like, how I be running like a track star when I'm trying to chase down the bus. But there would be at times where I would be wearing to some people, it will be highly important Jordans. All right, I've worn Concord 11s, Air Jordan 1s. What other Jordans out there? Like, you name it, like, the Jordans where they crease. And that's what I'm overall going to be talking in today's episode. Just the whole creasing, my history with creasing, and how it affects me today. But I can tell y'all right now, like, when shoes, I grew up wearing Air Forces. Those are like the one pair of shoes I always made sure I had when going to school. Because to me, they were like one of the most comfortable shoes to have. But then as I got older, I'm all like, no, this is a lie. Like, there's far more comfortable shoes out there. I can tell y'all right now, like, if you just wear Air Forces, go out and wear you some other shoes. Because I'm telling y'all, there's so many more comfortable shoes out there. Now when I wear Air Forces, I'm like, bruh, like, I don't want to wear these no more. Like, it's no disrespect to the Air Force shoe, but I'm just all like, I don't know, maybe I guess if it's a particular colorway that I like, then I'll wear it. But I think really the only Air Forces that I really want right now is these Travis Scott Air Forces. But other than that, like, yeah, I grew up having a crap ton of Air Forces. Like, I've had black Air Forces. I remember I had these like brown and white Air Forces. What other Air Forces did I have? I still even have some that my dad had got me a while ago, and I just never really wore them. I think I wore them like maybe one time out, maybe a few times outside. I don't know, but anyways, I've always worn Air Forces, and that's one thing that I think with these ones not as bad because I ain't really wear them that much. But Air Force, especially that design, like, shoes will crease easily. Like, shoes will crease easily. And that's the thing. I'm all like, like I was saying earlier, I'm running for the bus and things. Like, my shoes is bound to crease just because of how I'm running. And I'm like, I'm not going to do some, like, flat foot run and try and mess around and miss my bus. So that's what I'm like, no, I can't do that. So I have to run fast because I'm like, I'm not trying to wait 30 minutes for the next bus. I'm trying to go home now. So anyways, but here's the thing. It never really mattered to me. Like, if my shoes crease, they crease. Like, my thing is more so if the one thing that I worry about is if they're going to be clean or not. Like, if they're dirty, then that's when I feel like that I'm a little bit affected by my shoes. But if they're creased, I'm like, I don't think I would trip about that. I just would more so would want them to be clean. Like, I think that's one thing that I can say for the most part about my shoes is that, well, maybe not recently, because I've been going out on walks, and the areas that I've been walking to got a lot of mud in those areas. So I've been kind of like dirtying up my shoes. There's these Animal Instinct 3s that I have, the new Animal Instinct 3s. I dirtied those up. I got these Kybrid S2s, dirtied those up. I wore my Yeezy 350s yesterday. They didn't get dirty. For some reason, them shoes are like tank-like shoes. They don't get dirty and stuff. But mesh shoes, like, you don't have to trip about mesh shoes, obviously, when it comes to creasing. But it's like those leather shoes, because there's these other shoes I have where it has a patent leather going around it. And for those that know if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, there's these particular Jordans, the Air Jordan 11s. And I have the Concord colorway, and them shoes, they kind of creased on the sides a little bit. because I was wearing those shoes left and right. I was wearing them shoes all the time that I possibly could. And I was like, cause bro, I was wearing them shoes in the snow. I was wearing them shoes in the rain. I was wearing them shoes on like winter conditions. I'm like reading the comment right now. Oh, it was a comment from a hot tea video. I was all like, what? I was like, when did I leave this comment? What am I even talking about? But anyway, shout out to my friend Hot Tea. But no, so yeah, with those shoes, the Concord 11s, like I wore them shoes literally everywhere. Those was just my day-to-day shoes. And I'll admit, I kind of got them a little dingy. I kind of got them a little bit dirty and stuff. But they're not like completely dirty. It's more so dingy than dirty. But yeah, wearing them shoes, I was like, bruh. And then they start creasing on the side. So I'm like, dang. But there are ways where you can like fix that and stuff. Like it's not like a big major problem. Like I think yeah, if you get like an iron, actually no, you gotta get like something to straighten the shoe out, then you get like an iron, and I think if you like iron it out, then it should help. But it's like I would recommend watching some videos on it first. Don't go based off of what I say, because if you mess up your shoes, then you're gonna be blaming me, and you be like, you owe me $220. I'm like, I don't want to give you no $220 because I don't know you like that. Next thing you know, you trying to travel to where I live and fight me. Next thing you know, we out in the middle of the street fighting over some shoes. Now we both arrested. Now we're in jail, and you sitting down thinking about your mistakes. I'm sitting down trying to figure out why I even get into the fight in the first place. And now you got a court hearing. I'm suing you for physical abuse and so on. So now you go into prison because you abused me. And you don't need that in your life. You don't. I'm saying, like, you don't. I like how I just came up with all that right then and there. I'm saying, man, I'm such a creative person. But anyways, back to shoes creasing. But Air Jordan 1s, they crease. 2s, I don't have 2s. 3s, I believe. Well, actually, no. 3s, they kind of got like this. Well, 2 or 1s, they kind of got like the same thing, but not as good. But 3s, they kind of got like this leather thing around it, so I guess it would take a little bit longer for those to crease. I think the same with 4s. I think 5s, they can crease. 6, Air Jordan 6, they can't crease, like, because just of how it's designed. I guess if it's a leather shoe, then okay, but they're I think most of the Air Jordan 6 are what's the freaking word that I'm trying to, suede. They're like a suede material. But 7s, I don't have 7s. I don't have 8s. 9s, I could have gotten me some 9s, but I didn't. 10s, I feel like 10s could potentially crease. 11s can crease. 12s can't crease, but it depends on what kind of shoe it is. If it's a leather shoe, it might crease. But if it's a suede shoe, because I have a suede 12, and they don't crease. I have 2 pairs of 13s, and I think 13s can't crease, but I don't know. Like, I've only, it's crazy. I've had 2 pairs of 13s, and I didn't even wear them outside. I didn't even know how they felt. So I'm like, I need to stop doing that. I need to stop getting it. I think it's like a curse that I got with 13s now. Because I had 2 pairs. I had the Flints, and I had those Hyper Royals, but I traded them both in. I traded the Flints in for Bread 11s, and I traded the Hyper Royals in for some Quantum Yeezys. And I plan on buying me some Quantum Yeezys, so it's like, it's kind of crazy. I'm not like, why would I do that to myself? But anyways, I do plan on, I want to get these basketball Quantum Yeezys that are out right now, because they're actually they're going for a cheap price on StockX. So I'm like, I might have to cop me a pair of the Quantum Yeezys just to overall see the difference between them and stuff. But because they got like a basketball Quantum Yeezy, and then they got like a lifestyle version. I want to get the basketball version and see if there's like a major difference between them. But Yeezys don't crease, like, because they're it just, like I say, if it's a leather based shoe, then it might end up creasing. But if it's a shoe that's not leather based, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. But yeah, it's kind of sketchy sometimes wearing shoes, especially like Air Jordan 1s. Air Jordan 1s and Air Forces will probably be the both of those shoes are like neck and neck when it comes to like shoes creasing. And I remember it was I had got these when I started getting into sneakers. I remember I got these black Air Forces, and the guy gave me these like crease protection things, but every time when I would wear them, they will always slide up. So they would kind of be like in the middle part of my foot. So I was like, well, that's just defeating the purpose of wearing them. Like, yo, these things need to be a little bit like tighter on your feet and things so they won't be creasing and stuff. But yeah, I think them shoes, they still kind of creased a little bit. But Anyways, and then Air Jordan 1s. I actually have like quite a few Air Jordan 1s. I have like mid tops, couple of high tops, and one pair of low tops. And for the most part, I'm like, I like them. And but I don't really care if they crease. Like, that's the thing with me. Like, I do care about my shoes. Don't get me wrong. I do care. I was just talking about this last night in my live stream. How if I had a son and he messed up my shoes, I was like, I will put him in a wrestling hold and won't let go until something happens about my shoes. But in reality, I'll just be like, nah, you cleaning them shoes. So I'm like, go ahead, go buy you a toothbrush, get you some shoe cleaning, not material, but products, and you're gonna have to clean my shoes. Cause I'm like, I didn't give you the go to wear my shoes. But I'm like, but if I did, I'm all like, if you messed them up, you cleaning them. I'm all like, you're gonna have to repaint them, clean them, do whatever you possibly can. And then if you mess them up even more, then you just gonna have to go out and buy me a new pair. But I'm all like, that's just let my son, my future son know. I'm like, hey, or daughter, I don't know, but I highly doubt my daughter. If she's wearing my shoes, I'm like, yo, you got some big feet. I'm saying, like, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like most girls my size usually have a much more smaller like feet size. There was like a couple of girls I knew that was like roughly the same height as me, and their shoe size was like an 8 in women or something. So which means they're gonna be much more smaller than men. That trips me out. That's so weird in things. Cause my sister, she's like, I say I'm a little bit taller than my sister. So you would think like, okay, we're like almost the same height. You know, there'd be like somewhat of a shoe similarity in things. Nah. See, my sister, I think if I were to try on one of her shoes, it would be very, very uncomfortable. So it's like pretty much I'm wearing like a 7 or 8 or something. I don't know, but in if it was like a like in men's sizing, but I don't know what she's. I'll have to ask her like what is she in women's, because I don't think my sister's shoe size is that big. I think she's like an 8 or a 8.5 or a 7. I don't know, but anyways, and that's the thing. I'm like, because both my parents, I think that's why I got like a big shoe size, because both my parents both got big shoe sizes. My dad, because I think my dad, he's like an 11, and I think my mom in men, I think she's a 10. So yeah, or actually no, what is she in men's? I don't know. I'll have to check it, because I think she's like, no, she is a 10, because I think she'd be wearing like size 11, or so maybe like a 9.5 or something, but. Anyways, but yeah, I'm like, but with me, I'm like, it really, because no, there's these one shoes, I was like, them shoes would have creased badly if I were to continue wearing them, and so I ended up giving them to Zach from Four Souls. Shout out to them. Make sure you guys go subscribe to their YouTube channel. But there's these like reflective Air Jordan 1s that I had gave him. And I was like, bro, I cannot. I wore them shoes like one time. I wore them around the house. Then I wore them outside, and I was like, oh, I can't wear these no more. I'm like, I cannot wear these. And so I remember Priscilla from Four Souls. She was, I think she had was talking. I think there was like something about her cousins needing some new shoes. So I'm like, okay, you contacted the right person. I'm not like, why would you? My thing is like, why would you bring this up to your best friend, thinking that I will not find each and every pair of shoes that I'm not wearing or don't care for and not give them to them? I'm like, that's my thing is like, if I say that I'm like these, like, you know, these guys are my second family, like, I mean that. Like, I'm like, you contacted the right person. I don't know. I don't think it was a setup, but I'm all like, but it wasn't like, I think I had felt bad if I had said no. So I'm like, I'm like, nah, like, I gotta like go out and, cause I'm like, shoes are expensive. So I'm like, yeah, they trying to go out and find themselves new pairs of shoes. I'm like, no, it was meant for me to be a sneakerhead. So anyways, but I do remember I gave away those shoes, because I was like, nah, I can't wear them shoes no more. I'm like, them shoes is like mad uncomfortable. And I'm all like, and they were Air Jordan 1s. They were literally a 9.5, so just a half a size smaller. And there's other shoes that I've worn that was like that. That's like, you know, 9.5, and I can wear them, no problem. The Hyper Royal 13s was a 9.5. I have these Air Jordans 3s, the red cements. Those are a 9.5. What other 9.5 shoes I have? There's these Nike boots that I have that are 9.5. I'm trying to think. I know I have some other shoes that are, but I'm like, bruh, that just doesn't even make any sense to me. Why are these shoes so uncomfortable? So I'm like, I know if I continue wearing these it probably will break in, but they're going to crease like crazy. So I'm like, nah, I gotta get rid of these shoes, because I'm like, if I were to give them to Zach, then yeah, them shoes, he'd been like, bro, why are they so like creased at the toe area? I'm like, look, man, I tried wearing them, but I couldn't. But anyways, them shoes was nice. I think if I ever did try to get them shoes again, I'm gonna make sure they're a size 10. I don't know why I went out and tried to get me a size 9.5. I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense to me. But anyways, yeah, I don't really care for shoes creasing that much. Like, I mean, if they crease, they crease. It's just more so if they get dirty, then that's when it's a problem for me. So yeah, dirty shoes, problem. Creasing shoes, don't really care. But anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening if you're viewing this on YouTube. Like and subscribe. If you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. I have a Twitch channel, so go follow me on Twitch. Just search up TMossBoss and you'll find me. Or you could go to my Instagram, and then there's one of those Linktree accounts, and then it'll be there if you can't find me just by searching up my name. So, yeah, follow me. Check out my merch store. Check out my other YouTube channel. Got a gaming channel, a bunch of other channels that I plan on working on today. So, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.